Hello Capricorn and welcome to my channel Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future for mid to end of June 2023. Answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? As always, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall energy for the reading and clarified those messages. We'll be diving into the tarot deck that I already have shuffled, as well as the decks that I'll be using in the extended. Please remember these are general readings. They will not resonate fully for everyone. The point of these readings is to take what resonates and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. All right, Capricorn, this is a very positive reading for you guys. And I feel like it is very much overdue. So in your recent past, you have prosperity lies ahead with the Three of Pentacles. I feel like you've been, putting in like a lot of work, or like it could be like material work, like you're trying to build something, or you've been working on yourself, or you've been trying to get to a certain point in your life to achieve a certain level of abundance, whether that be in your relationships or your material world. And I feel as if you have just not seen very much progress, or maybe you've seen the progress, but it just feels like what you want is always out of reach. Like it just feels like you're still so far away from your end goal. Now, I feel like that's what you've been dealing with a lot in your recent past. You probably maybe felt like a one step forward, three steps back kind of energy. But in your current energy, you have stepped out of your comfort zone with the Eight of Wands. And so this is about moving things forward, because I do feel a little bit of stagnant energy in your recent past. I don't necessarily know what, like in regard to what, so we'll see when we dive into tarot. But I do see that like in your current energy, you're really being encouraged and pushed very far out of your comfort zone, maybe starting a new job or ending a relationship that doesn't serve you, or something that is necessary in order to bring the abundance that you're looking for into your life. Because then in your immediate future, you have a new start is coming with the Six of Pentacles. So this is the Six of Pentacles is about reciprocity. It's about receiving. So when I see it upright in a reading, it really to me means like ships coming in, like you getting what it is back that you've put out. And I feel like I kind of said at the beginning of the reading, like it's about time. Like it's about time that this has happened. But I do still feel like I don't know what's necessarily needed from you. I just feel like this is about really embracing the things that make you feel uncomfortable. The small habits day in and day out to get you to where you're trying to go. So let's start, Capricorn, by looking at your recent past. You have prosperity lies ahead with the Three of Pentacles. This is for Capricorn's recent past, please. One more. This is for Capricorn's recent past. What does Capricorn need to know about their recent past? Okay. See, this is what I kind of felt like, you really trying to take charge, like trying to take charge of your life, trying to do the things that you believe are what are best for you. But it feels like with the Nine of Wands in reverse, like you couldn't catch a break. Like maybe you just kept hitting obstacle after obstacle. You have the Nine of Wands in reverse and then this Nine of Swords in reverse. I also feel like whether or not you realized it, through those obstacles that you were facing, you were working through a lot of the fear, doubt, and insecurity that has kept you from the abundance that you are ultimately deserving of. Remember that 95% of our movements, choices, and decisions come from our subconscious, right? I talk about this in almost every single one of my readings. Only 5% of the way you interact with your reality is conscious. So if you want to change your reality, you've got to change your belief system. And oftentimes our belief system, the universe puts us in situations that can help us face them and shift our belief system. Now, typically in those situations that we face, we either have an option to affirm whatever limiting belief that we are currently experiencing that is being brought to the surface, or to choose to use that moment as a chance and an opportunity to shift from a negative thought or a negative belief to something more positive. And so sometimes we don't realize it, but when we're on a path to creating the life of our dreams, a path to creating our abundance, the universe actually puts more obstacles in our path, because those obstacles help you essentially like level up to become the the energy and vibration that you're needed to be in order to attract what it is that you want and deserve, So if you've been facing a lot of obstacles, if you feel like it's been like one thing after another, try to use that as an opportunity to be like grateful. The universe is trying to do what its part to help you get to where you're wanting to be. All right, reset past for Capricorn. But I do feel like a lot of obstacles are faced in your recent past. Yeah, so the Magician in reverse, and then you have the King of Wands in reverse, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. So this is really talking about long-term abundance, like long-term sustainable abundance, not just like, oh, you win the lottery and make a ton of money, but then it goes away in a couple of years. Like, that's not what I'm talking about. This is sustainable growth, sustainable abundance that you are wanting to attract here. Now, there's that Three of Pentacles, same as what we have right there. I feel like you've been, again, like I get this feeling that you've been working toward this. You could have been working with someone, a guide or a partner of some sort to get to this point. It doesn't have to necessarily be the case, but this Magician in reverse card can be an energy of like you don't yet have the tools needed to manifest what you want. If there's anything that I've learned, it's that when we're trying to attract this Ten of Pentacles, when we're trying to create this long-term abundance, whether it be in relationships, whether it be in like a career situation or whatever the case is, the universe will not provide us what it is that we want until we become the person that can, yes, attract it, but sustain it. Because sustaining your abundance is actually the hard part. Attracting abundance into your life, if you're able to shift your mindset and choose faith, then that's actually kind of the easy part. I'm not saying it is always easy, because the path there does get very difficult, but the ability to sustain and believe that, yes, you have attracted certain abundance into your life, but now you have to work on believing that you are deserving of keeping it. And that can be the really hard part. So when it feels like the universe is putting us through a lot of tests, or it feels like it's holding us back, or we feel like our opportunities haven't come or our ships haven't come in, oftentimes it's actually not because the universe is keeping us from something. It's because we're not quite ready to not sabotage it. And I've experienced that in my own life. The last time I had a tarot channel, I gained a ton of abundance. I mean, I was making more money doing that than I was ever working any of the jobs I've had, including financial advising, real estate, a ton of different opportunities that I've had in my life. And I threw it all away. I didn't believe I was deserving of it. And I deleted my channel and ended up regretting it a few months later. And so what I'm getting at is that sometimes the universe actually protects us from ourselves by holding us back and having us face obstacles in order to be able to attract what it is that we are ultimately wanting to get to. So I do feel, Capricorn, like you have a lot of self-doubt that's been tested recently, whether or not you realize it, believing that, you're not just deserving, but like that you're capable, that you have the necessary, skill set, or that you are, fully like qualified in order to get to where you want to go. Now, I do feel like that could play a role in multiple areas of your life. That self-doubt could really be affecting not just your, a path to maybe financial abundance, but maybe also your path to receiving the relationships that you deserve. And so I feel like it's been a really big, what did I do there? It's been a really big, like theme in your life, whether or not you've realized it, like this self-doubt being tested, or you facing situations where it feels like that self-doubt is being affirmed, things of that nature. All right, recent past for Capricorn. See, there's the Eight of Wands in reverse and the Two of Wands. Same Eight of Wands is right there. Oh, and there's that Nine of Swords in reverse. So here's the thing. Whether or not you realize it, these obstacles that you've been facing have been putting you into alignment, because you haven't been able, what you want hasn't been able to come towards you because of this Nine of Swords. It's in reverse because you've been working through it. But your fear, your doubt, your insecurity was affecting your ability to step fully into your power, fully into alignment, to be able to know that if the universe put a dream in your heart, if you have a certain life that you want to live, a certain career path that you want to pursue, whatever the case might be, then it is because that is meant for you. And if it is meant for you, then that means that nothing can get in your way except for you. And sometimes we don't realize how we are in our own way, but the universe does. And we don't really always need to know how we're in our own way, but we do just need to have the faith that, okay, if I haven't attracted the life of my dreams, if I'm not living the life that I want to live, that it's because a part of me does not believe that I am capable of it, that it's possible, that it's meant for me, that I'm good enough, or whatever the case is. And so I feel like I've said this a couple of times about your reset past, where it feels like, whether or not you realized it, a lot of things were happening for you here. It could have looked like things falling apart. It could have looked like kind of reaching your breaking point. It could have looked like feeling hopeless and, feeling as if nothing's ever going to change for you. But those times when you're facing those moments, that's where most people give up. And if you're able to face those moments and say, I'm not going to choose to allow this fear, this doubt, this insecurity to overpower what I know is right for me, what I know I'm capable of, what I know the universe has in store for me, and I'm going to keep putting one foot in front of the other toward the path that I feel the most deserving of. So that I know I'm the most deserving of. Almost like even if you can't see it yet, right? Even if you don't know you're deserving of it yet, like knowing, because you know it deep down, that you're deserving of more, right? And that's why we choose to pursue paths that feel uncomfortable. That's why you have step out of your comfort zone. So let's shift gears here. Let's look at your current energy. You have step out of your comfort zone with the 8 of Wands. So in order to bring your abundance toward you, there is a little bit of stepping out of your comfort zone that's necessary. Current energy for Capricorn. Current energy for Capricorn, please. What does Capricorn need to know about their current energy? Four of Cups in reverse, King of Swords in reverse, Hierophant, and 2 of Wands. Okay. Right now, you're needing to get out of your head, because I feel as if you are allowing and have been allowing your thoughts to dictate what you believe is true. Now, remember that your thoughts and your emotions are not a truth. They are merely just insight into how your brain is currently operating, what loops your brain is used to thinking. So for instance, is it a loop of I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, and it comes up in ways where when you face an obstacle, your first belief is that you're not good enough to get through it? What part of your thinking can you bring into your awareness where you're able to say, okay, this is the belief that is blocking me? Because I really feel like you have a tendency sometimes, Capricorn, and we all do because we're human, to allow your thoughts to become what you believe is true. And the more we believe our thoughts, that we believe, and the not so positive thoughts that we have, the more that we affirm the limiting beliefs that we're struggling with. This King of Swords in reverse is kind of this energy of allowing those negative thoughts to dictate your movements, choices, and decisions. And of course you do, right? Like, I mean, again, it goes back to we're all human beings and we're all doing the best we can. But the beauty of a spiritual journey is learning to increase your awareness and be able to say, okay, yes, I have these certain thought patterns of I'm not good enough, or I'm not capable, or I'm not deserving, or whatever the case is. And those thought patterns, it's like when you start to become aware of them, you start to realize how much power you give them. Because that's the difference between having a thought and letting it pass, and having a thought and giving it power. When you have a thought that's saying like I'm not good enough, right? Or like, I'm trying to think of an example. Like, for instance, you have a thought of I really want to pursue this passion, as some sort of form of income. You know, maybe you're an artist, or maybe you're spiritual, you have a spiritual gift of some sort, and you're wanting to pursue that to create an income. And there's a part of you where maybe when you first think about that path, you go, oh, but there's no way I could do that. I couldn't quit my job. I'm not good. I don't have the experience to be able to do that. Like, look at the ways that your first reaction to challenging, uncomfortable thoughts, like thoughts of stepping out of your comfort zone and pursuing something that's good for you, notice how the first instinct that comes to your mind is something limiting. Because I feel like that will help you increase your awareness to say, okay, what is keeping me from making the moves that are going to be the best thing for me? You know, when I've started my tarot channel twice now. This is my second time having this tarot channel, and I'm actually almost right back to where I was when I deleted it the first time. And both times that I started this channel, I didn't know I was going to start it, and I quit my job out of the blue with no backup plan. And then kind of was guided to doing this. And so, you know, it's interesting how, and I'm not encouraging that. I think that there is a smart way to do things. And for me, that was the best route, because it kind of threw me into that fear and that doubt and kind of trial by fire, right? But I really do believe that when we step out of our comfort zone, because both of the jobs that I left, it was, the first one was a financial advisor and the second one was a real estate agent. And both times that I stepped away from that, I seriously, like, I seriously hated both those jobs. Like, I hated where I was. I hated what I was doing. Like, there was no part of me that felt fulfilled by what I was doing. So I knew that I kind of like reached a breaking point, and I was like, screw this, I'm out. And I just left with no backup plan. And every single time it led me to some sort of path that I was passionate about, but it also led to me having to face a lot of fear. And so every time we take a step out of our comfort zone and walk away from maybe what doesn't serve us, or open ourselves up to pursuing something that feels like a pipe dream in order to make it a reality, like, that's where we create the miracles. But you have to pay attention to the ways in which you try to talk yourself out of it before you even get an opportunity to try it. All right, current energy for Capricorn. So try to shift your perspective a little bit. Remember that what you think and all of the limits that come to mind, those aren't truths. They're not truths at all. Current energy for Capricorn, please. Yeah, because there is an opportunity that you have here. And I think you know what it is. But it requires a leap of faith. That's the problem. Whatever this is that you're wanting, this opportunity, which I feel is what's going to lead to the Six of Pentacles, it requires a leap of faith. Can I get clarity on this Ace of Pentacles? Clarity on this Ace of Pentacles for Capricorn's current energy. See, it's something that you want, but that you have absolutely no hope about. I don't know what this is. This could be like a dream life, a dream relationship, a dream something. It's like you know you want it, but you have absolutely no hope toward it, because I feel like the opportunity for it is so far out of your comfort zone. Maybe it requires you to leave behind some sort of safety net, or maybe it involves you needing to embrace the unknown with faith. I don't know, but I do see that there's something here that is very meant for you. I don't want to do that. There's something here, Capricorn, that's very meant for you. All right, current energy for Capricorn. If you don't know what it is yet, I think you will. And ask for guidance on that from the universe, because there's something here, some sort of path or some sort of opportunity that is very meant for you. Current energy for Capricorn. I want to clarify this, because I didn't even feel like those cards are supposed to come out. Okay, maybe I do want to do this. This is for Capricorn's current energy. I don't know why, but Clarifying this Two of Pentacles. Current energy for Capricorn, clarifying the Two of Pentacles. Current energy for Capricorn, clarifying the Two of Pentacles. Oh. There's something that has to fall apart in order for what's meant to you for you to come back together. So it does feel like, yes, something that's a burden. Something that with the Ten of Wands here, it's something that isn't, it's not like something you enjoy or something that you, and you know this with the High Priestess. There's something that you know isn't really like meant for you. Something that you know, like in your soul, you know this is like what you're not meant to be doing, or like, and so something's got to fall apart in order for it to come back together. That's why you're afraid to pursue this opportunity, because it requires, it's like you can't have both what you currently have and what you want. You have to pick one. I don't know in what way what that means, but it's like for what's coming to mind is like if you're in a connection with someone that doesn't like treat you well, or that doesn't give you what you deserve, but then you have an idea of the type of relationship you want, like you can have that relationship that you want, you can feel the way that you do, but you can't have it through your current circumstance. I'm not saying that's exactly what's coming through. That's not what I'm saying. That's just an example that came through here. But there's something, it's like something either had to or has to fall apart so that you can have what it is that you want. Something that's a burden though. Like it's not even really a loss. Immediate future for Capricorn, clarifying a new start is coming with the Six of Pentacles. Immediate future for Capricorn, clarifying a new start is coming. The Six of Pentacles. Immediate future for Capricorn. So you, Capricorn, in your immediate future, where your focus needs to be and how you can, look at that, how you can complete this cycle that you've been stuck in and start to receive, because there's the same Six of Pentacles. In order to do this, you have got to start to take charge, knowing what you're deserving of. Like, what I mean by that is like you've got to realize, you've got to look at your life and you've got to say, what doesn't align with what I know I'm deserving of? Is it my friendships? Is it, other relationships? Is it romantic relationships? Is it my career path? Is it my financial abundance? How can you step into your power? Because what's happening here is you are settling for less than what you deserve because you do not think that you are capable of more. And the only way to move forward is to close out the cycle of allowing your feeling and your fear of not being deserving or capable or good enough determine how you're going to live your life. Because that is just a limiting belief. That is not a truth. So there's this need to close this cycle. Yeah, it's like the closing the cycle of not feeling deserving enough. Because if you can take charge and you start investing in situations, taking leaps of faith, asking for guidance and following it, I really feel like you'll be shocked at this prosperous kind of like outcome that you receive from that. Because that's what this feels like. A new start is coming with the Six of Pentacles. It's a very prosperous new beginning. Immediate future for Capricorn, please. Immediate future for Capricorn, please. Seven of Wands with the King of Pentacles in reverse with the Three of Pentacles. How to bring this all together. How to allow the pieces to fall into place here. Because, the Seven of Wands, it's like, it's an energy of being very stubborn, but being very stubborn in a way that is like healthy. Like looking at your circumstances, and like I've been there both times I've built this tarot channel up from the ground. I've been in a position where I'm like, man, there's no way I'm ever going to be able to support myself financially through this. And there were times where I was struggling heavily financially. And during those times I was struggling heavily financially, I would get random out of the blue job offers to do something like, I used to be a gymnast, so like coach gymnastics, or I had a couple bartender offers. Like my mom owns a business out here, and I had the opportunity to work through her for her. And like in those moments, I had the opportunity to pull back to safety and do something that I knew was going to give me financial abundance, but that I knew that wasn't going to make me happy, or keep going. And in those moments, I just kept going. I kept putting one foot in front of the other until things started to pay off. And so I'm not saying all paths are the same, but I do know that if you want to be successful at something, though there will be times where you feel like you're failing at it and that it seems as if you're failing, those moments don't actually mean that you're failing. They mean that you are facing those blockages to get to that point of success. So your immediate future is learning to embrace that. It's like faithful stubbornness. It's like knowing, like, no, I know the universe has my back. And during those times, like everyone around me thought I was crazy. Like even, the people that were closest to me were like, what are you doing, man? Like just, just give it up. And I didn't. And, it's paid off. This has happened both times that I've done this. And I can really, truly say that success and whatever you're willing to work for is absolutely guaranteed, as long as you're willing to work through all of the times where it feels like you're not going to get there, or you're failing, or all of those limiting beliefs that you have are being validated. Immediate future for Capricorn. So your immediate future is about embracing faith with a stubbornness, like a faithful stubbornness. Immediate future for Capricorn. Immediate future for Capricorn, please. This is you and your fulfillment. The King of Pentacles, whether you're male or female, with the Sun here. And then there's that Three of Pentacles, pieces coming together. If you can learn the things that we've been talking about in this reading, to knowing that you're deserving and taking the steps of saying, I deserve more and I'm going to do what it takes to get more. If you can do that, you have the Sun waiting for you on the other side. I really do feel like this is a prosperous new beginning for you. But the only way that you're going to be able to attract and sustain it is if you truly know what it is that you are deserving of and you accept nothing less. And I feel like that is what this is talking about in your immediate future, is learning to really truly accept nothing less than what you deserve. If your circumstances don't look like what you want or what you're deserving of, either you're in a building phase and you need to keep putting one foot in front of the other, or you need to shift gears and start to pursue opportunities that feel a little bit scary, but that set your heart on fire, that make you feel passionate and excited. And, sure, there's a lot of fear because there's so much unknown, but at least the fear is worth wading through. And I feel like that's where the focus needs to be right now. All right, Capricorn, I'm going to hop on over to the extended. We're going to dive deeper into these messages. And then I have advice, really just focusing on advice. Like, it's okay. It's like, okay, I need to do this now. How? Something that I want to mention, I posted about this announcement yesterday, but, in my readings, I talk a lot about belief systems and what's been holding you back and so on and so forth. But I don't talk so much about how to implement these things in your day-to-day. I have a mentor / spiritual confidant / she's also just my friend, who is doing a 4-part summer, what's she calling it? It's like a summer workshop series. That's what it is. And it's all about how to step into your power. It's how to step into your power, how to take your power back from your circumstances, on, a day-to-day basis and what you need to do. It's like imagining your dream life and then figuring out what you need to do to get there, which is exactly what we were talking about in this reading. I'm going to put the link to the YouTube video that I made about the announcement where I just kind of talk about it a little bit more, but also in that description box of that YouTube video, there's all of the information on it, including the link to register. It is $20, but it's $20 for all 4 sessions. So it's going to be throughout the summer. The first one is at the end of June. There are 2 in July, and then there's 1 in August. I'm going to be in them because I think it's going to be incredibly helpful for me as well. So if this reading kind of resonated with you, and if you're looking for a little bit more guidance, and if that resonates with you in any way, like I said, that link is going to be very top of the description box below. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me if you have any questions about it. But then in the description box of that other video, she has all of her, I put all of her contact information in there as well. So feel free to reach out to her. All right, Capricorn, thank you so much, as always, for your support of my channel. I do hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. Bye, Capricorn. Oh, okay, bye.